This whole system's rife with conflict. Are you ready to join the fight?
Well, welcome to another episode of the Grapplerman Elite Dangerous training videos. Today, we're going to look at combat zones. As you can see, you go get your missions just like normal, and this time, however, combat zones are going to be on the ground. So I'm a little nervous about doing it, but we're going to give it a shot. I wasn't that great with the pistol in the first place, but I'm going to give it a shot. So anyway, you do just like always, get your mission, go to the hangar, but this time we get to go in a vulture instead of that adder. And so it was kind of cool. Vulture is one of my favorite ships anyway, so looking at it from this perspective was pretty neat. Of course, the entrance to the Vulture is in the back, not in the front, like I thought. So I'm a little bit out of place, but I'll get there quickly. Anyway, once we get on board the Vulture, we're going to take about a 6-minute flight. And so I'm going to bring us back to where we just come out of Super Cruise and approach the planet for the first time. As you can see, the graphics are much improved, and the landing is pretty neat. Now, I did do a planetary landing, and they have added a landing assist when you land on planets, which I know several of my squad mates will quite enjoy because they've been known to bounce off a planet or two. But anyway,
always good to
once
have
you
another
land,
gun on the battlefield. We have enemies to put down.
We're on final approach. Lock and load.
get your instructions. I figured I'd let you listen to some of this because it is kind of cool.
Move, move, move!
You have a green
Once
light
you
to engage,
disembark,
Commander.
I didn't know what to do, so I went and found a place to hide, truthfully. I wanted to get my bearings, and so I ran over here and hid for a little bit. I saw some gunfire, and eventually I got involved, so I took out my pistol. As you can see, your teammates are highlighted in green, and your enemies will be highlighted in red. This is kind of like a Call of Duty where there's 4 or 5 little zones that you can control, and you take them over. And once you take them over, you know, they're online and they're offline when you don't take them over. And it's pretty fluid. If you, I did get killed. I'm going to actually let you see it. I decided I would go headlong into the fray and see what would happen. And so here I am trying to get around to the back side of these enemies. There's one. Now I realize these shots are kind of far away, but you know, I was trigger happy, so I decided to shoot. Anyway, as you can see here, I am not entirely unsuccessful. I will get a couple kills before I die the first time. Now, mind you, I've never really done the combat. I did one episode of combat, and it was a little tricky. But anyway, you can see the action's fairly chaotic, sort of like the ships are in a conflict zone, but in this case, you know, there's places to hide and etc. Well, anyway, I'm gonna let you watch this first couple kills. I decided I'd go head run into somebody here and just start firing away. Now, I did use the rifle, and I realized the rifle is better for taking down the guy after the shields, but I did find that the rifle will take down the shields as well, and a lot more bullets come out, so it just feels better. However, the laser pistol will actually take the shields down. It's just a slower rate of fire. Anyway, so here I get killed. So I wanted to show you what would happen after you die. So after you die, you're not going all the way back to the base like with missions. In this case, you're put back on the ship, and it comes back down and it deploys you. Now, this doesn't happen all the time. It only happens a few times, and then eventually you're not allowed back in because the reinforcements have run out. Alright, I'm gonna give you a little bit of time here to watch another little segment. Then in this case, I was actually a little bit more successful. Now, I found an ammo bin and thought I'd interact with it, but of course my ammo was full because I just respawned. But this is a zone that the enemy seems to be controlling. And it seemed a little glitchy at first, but of course this is an alpha, so it's going to have some glitches. But anyway, I thought I'd peek into the door, see if I could go in, but I couldn't. So I found a little place to kind of hide and started shooting. And so I'll just let you watch the action. I thought I could shoot over these boxes, but actually it was kind of pointless. I wasn't hitting anything, so I decided to move out from behind them and take my chances. I started noticing that they were making a run for me, and so I switched to the laser gun, and you can see when you hit the guy with the laser gun, the shield goes down, the little blue bar. I don't think this was a high or medium combat zone. It may in fact have been a low one, so these enemies are probably not as equipped or not as smart, but it's still fun shooting them. Now here it looks kind of glitchy, but again, it's an alpha, so, and I didn't care. I was getting the kills, but you'll see how this works. I know my console friends are aching to get at this, and like I said, it cost me quite a bit of money to get a computer to do it, but I'm kind of addicted to this game. So anyway, there we go, knocking his shields down pretty quickly. And now I switch to the rifle and take him out. Of course, he's not hiding, so pretty easy target. I think I get 3 or 4 kills here, and then I realize that my oxygen is running out. Again, it's different than being in a ship, so I was, after this little encounter and I get a few more kills, I start looking for power so I can get to my suit fixed, and unfortunately I was unable to find that, so I basically suffocated on the way back, but I still got to turn in my bonds, and I had a good time. It was pretty fun. I'm looking forward to when it's out of alpha and out of beta and in our hands with our real commanders and our real ships and all this stuff. In fact, in this little phase 2 that they just released today, you can actually get a Sidewinder. I'll show you that tomorrow. And you can fly to make a landing in, on a planet and get out and stuff. I found a planet with an atmosphere that was carbon dioxide, so not a very pleasant place, but I did go there, and so I'll show you that video today. Well, it looks like I'm about out of ammo, about out of air, so I'm going to refill my ammo and take a trip to find a place to fix my suit. And like I said, I don't quite make it. I'm not going to show you the horrible scene. I'm just going to let you know that I didn't quite make it back to the ship. But I was able to collect my bonds. In fact, when I died this time, I was not allowed to respawn. My team was winning 12-4 or something, and it said wait until the battle is over. So anyway, I got back to the ship eventually, and I disembarked back at the hangar, and I'm leaving the Vulture, heading back to the counter so that I can get my combat zones cashed in. And I've given you guys as much of a look at this as I can, because I know some of you don't have it and won't be able to play it for a while, so I just want to let you see as much of it as possible. I'm entering the concourse. I go upstairs. I'm going to say hello to this young lady and turn in my bonds, and that will be it for me. So I will see you again soon, and until then, fly safely, and 07 Commanders, and don't forget to subscribe and like. Grapplerman out.